Have you ever wondered how I became more self aware about what I consume? Today, I want to share with you a little bit about my journey and where I'm at today. And I want to emphasize I am not a healthcare professional. Please do your own research and consult with a professional if you are looking for any advice on your health. I am just simply sharing my journey and how I've gotten to where I'm at today and what has worked for me. Again, I hold absolutely no judgment to where you're at in your path. And I wish that the vegan and vegetarian community had a little bit more compassion for everyone because I don't think that there's a right or wrong way to live life. I hope that you live life to what feels good in your heart and what works for you. And I really hope that this is helpful in some type of way. If you have questions, always feel free to ask. To start the story, I'm going to take us all the way back to 2006. I was a college student. I had to take an ethics and business course. And it was in this class that I had an amazing professor that went really deep into a lot of the sides of business that we don't really see, and specifically into factory farming. While learning about factory farming, I just had this crazy intense feeling that I could no longer support a business that was dealing in those kinds of practices. I grew up in the middle of Mexico where we had a small farm. My mom had like 4 cows. Each one of them had names. I remember one of them I named it Banana, and they were happy. We used their milk in our food, but my mom was still able to give milk to their baby cows. And they ate grass and they were happy. So when I came into this course and learned about factory farming, my entire world was just like shook upside down. And I realized I can no longer contribute any more dollars into this industry. So I kind of just went cold turkey and I quit eating all meat. It took me a little bit to get used to not eating meat products because I feel like, especially in this country, there's such a big push for eating animal proteins. And I kind of had to take my mind into reframing it into realizing that protein is in everything we eat. Every single plant has protein. I just needed to balance my meals a little bit more, which was a little bit difficult as a college student, but I sort of managed. I want you to keep in mind that in 2006, being vegetarian was not a trending thing. Literally, there was like one grocery store that even sold products that were marketed towards vegans. There really wasn't any of the mock meats or the mock cheeses. There were no celebrities that were outwardly expressing that they were vegetarian or vegan. This just was not a trend back then. So I felt like every time I found a restaurant or a food that I could eat that maybe even mimicked some of the foods I was eating before, I was just so happy. But it wasn't something that I was doing because it was like the it thing to do at that time, because nobody was actually proud to be like an outward vegetarian or vegan at that time. I will say that as a college student, and being that I didn't really cook a lot at that point, I hadn't really found that that was my passion at that time. It was a little bit difficult. I was eating out a lot because college life, and I was not really aware of how to combine foods so that I wasn't eating like super processed or tons of cheese or tons of carbs that were not complex carbohydrates. So I did have a little bit of a difficult time in those years. But as time went on and I began cooking for myself, I feel like everything just got a little bit easier. I spent a lot of time just researching how does a vegetarian get all of the nutrients necessary and of course all of the protein necessary to be a healthy vegetarian. And I think sometime around like 2008 to 2012, 13, all of that research just really paid off. It was also during the time that I found that my passion was really cooking and making recipes. And I started experimenting a lot with recipes, and especially experimenting with making the recipes that I grew up eating in Mexico into being vegan or vegetarian. So we're now at about 2012 in my journey. Some of you may know if you've been on this channel for a long time. I went on to audition for MasterChef Season 4. I made it onto the cast, and I was out in LA filming for MasterChef for a little bit. And it was during this time that I really learned so much more about cooking. And it really helped me into making recipes that were not just beautiful and delicious, but obviously vegetarian, very like veggie heavy. However, I would say that at this point in my life, the health aspect of this was still sort of an afterthought. It wasn't really my emphasis at that point. I think I was still trying to just figure out, like, how do I eat all of the things I'm supposed to need to eat while making food delicious and making an homage to my background, which is Mexican food. It was also during this time that we began filming for this channel. And at that point, I was just really making an emphasis on making those recipes that were vegetarian or vegan and really, really traditional rustic Mexican food. Then, fast forward to 2015, I became pregnant, and it was during my pregnancy that I was one of those pregnant women who didn't really have any cravings, but there was so little food that I could actually eat because all that my body craved at that time was just vegetables. Vegetables, 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 fresh fruit. All I wanted to eat all the time was like salads and soups and fruit. And it was kind of a difficult pregnancy, but honestly, it was one of the best things that could have happened to me. It wasn't difficult, like there was nothing wrong with me, but it was difficult because I couldn't enjoy a lot of those still fast food, comforting foods that maybe I used to in the past. But it was one of the best things that could have happened to me because it really forced me to eat food that was very, very nutrient dense and very like whole plant-based vegan food. I would say that around this time was also when I would call it, I kind of went through my own spiritual remembering. There was a lot happening mentally and in my soul that I think really helped me to not just see food as something that was for my body, but it was the first time that I think I stepped away from, I'm doing this because I don't want to give my money to factory farming, to I'm doing this because as a whole ecosystem, I just cannot imagine harming another animal. Maybe it was because I became a mom myself and just thinking of harming animals in general, which I used to think in the past, but now it was so vivid. And I couldn't think like even a fish, or a clam. I don't know. It just, something really strong inside of me pushed that whole transition of like becoming a vegetarian into a whole new level. So at this point, I really think I started doing everything for the animals and not just for me and for my health. Right after giving birth in 2015, I actually had to give up dairy. My daughter, because I was first breastfeeding her, was having some issues with her stomach. Like sometimes there can be some issues with like caffeine or dairy in young babies. And so I decided I'm going to take out dairy and see if this makes any difference. And honestly, it made all the difference to her. So I pretty much gave it up for a really long time. I don't think I really went back to eating cheese, but I was still sometimes consuming milk in my lattes because it was so delicious. But then in 2018, the whole craze of oat milk came into the market. And it was the first time that I had that like, oh yeah, I used to eat basically oat milk as a kid because in Mexico we make this. But I started introducing it into my coffee, and that's when I pretty much was able to give up dairy. I was never a big cheese fan, but like if it was in my food, I wouldn't say no. But at this point, I just made a decision. Like, I don't even know why sometimes I consume it. I'm just gonna stop eating it. I don't think it's really adding much to my life, so I'm gonna see how I go. And honestly, I noticed a major changes as soon as I stopped eating cheese and milk in my coffee. I remember my skin had been really dry, and there was just like tiny little skin issues that you don't think of as issues, but immediately upon stopping my milk consumption and cheese consumption, it just all kind of went away. So I haven't consumed dairy since 2018. It was also around this time that I feel like I was still really going through this whole, like, I don't know, connecting to myself, to my higher self, to my soul, to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like it was when everything was just kind of all coming into a cohesive thought. And the journey that I had started back in 2006 was really coming into something that was making a lot of sense to me. Like, I could see how every single little step I had taken up until where I was at that point made so much sense. And it was also when I began really, really diving into consuming really clean foods, really getting rid of all those things that we sometimes, I think, make excuses for. I know I did. I can't, say that about you, but I know I made excuses like, oh, I'll have a bag of hot Cheetos because I used to eat that when I was a kid and it was so good. It's only once a year. I really went deep into getting rid of all of those things. So processed foods really went out the picture. Pretty much sugar was something that we started focusing on in our home, and just taking away prepackaged things, especially things that maybe were promoted as healthy, but we did research and found out that they weren't. And so where I'm at today, I still consume pasture-raised eggs from time to time, and I still consume honey. I don't consume any dairy. I don't consume any animal products. We really focus on low sugar, just basically eating plants that you can find on the earth, things that weren't man-made processed foods. So whole plant-based foods that are just really, really clean. And I would say that this is really a time where we're feeling the effects of it, not just in our bodies, feeling good that we're not harming animals, but really feeling good about even what it does to your brain. Because I started noticing those connections of when you would make excuses for the foods that maybe tasted really good, but you knew were super processed, and how that affected like my mood and the way I came off as a human being. So it feels really good to finally be at a place where I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm still learning every day. Like, for example, one of the last things I took out maybe 3 years ago was corn oil. For the longest time, I was using corn oil because it was the closest to what the flavor of lard was in preparing Mexican meals. But as new research has come out, we find that it's actually super toxic to our bodies. It can be really inflammatory, and it's just not good. And there's better options. So, every day I'm learning something new. Just when you think you know everything, like, you don't. If there's one thing I know on all of these years in my life, is that just when you think you know things, you really don't. And there's going to be something new. But I've come to that realization that, like, this is my path. This is where I'm at today. I'm probably going to be somewhere different later, maybe 10 years from now. But this is what feels really good at this moment and what I'm being called to do. And I hold no judgment to anyone else and where they're at in their journey, because I also really learned that I don't think it's healthy to try to control what everybody else is doing. Just because you feel like something works for you doesn't necessarily work for somebody else. Like, we're all on different paths. We're all on different points in our life. Sometimes a thing that to you might feel like it's horrible might be the most like awakening thing to another individual, where they might be learning so much from that moment, even if you think it's the worst thing they could be doing. And I hold no judgment to anyone. I hope that this channel is somewhere where you could just come and learn a new recipe, learn about maybe even my journey, and maybe this can help you out where you're at. I've learned to have a lot of self-compassion, not just for myself, but for everyone else and where they're at. And, health and food can be such it's a difficult journey to be on because there's so much information out there and everyone thinks they know everything about it. And it's confusing. But I always tell everyone, like, do what feels good to you. I hope that you enjoy learning a little bit more about me and how I got to where I'm at today. And I hope that it helps you out in some type of way. To be honest, I'm often pretty hesitant to share these types of videos on here because I just don't know if you guys want to see more about my journey other than the recipes I share with you. So if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you let me know down in the comments. And if you're still looking for some recipes, I'm gonna leave this recipe here because I feel like it's such a good, easy recipe when you're still in the transition into becoming plant-based or vegan or just consuming healthier foods. So until next time, buen provecho.